Hi, this is David Armstrong with another edition of our Musical Theater Factory vlog, and our guest today is the great Donald Byrd, who is choreographing our brand new production of Oklahoma. Welcome, Donald.
Thank you.
So, Oklahoma, Donald Byrd, some people have said to me, that doesn't seem like it goes together. What's your reaction to that?
That it doesn't seem like it go together?
Yeah. Some people are surprised that they think, well, Donald Byrd's doing Oklahoma. It seems like there's a disconnect there.
Right. Well, if they don't really know the real me, exactly. It might be. But I have a lot. My interests are very broad, and I'm very interested in classic musical theater, and obviously Oklahoma is classic musical theater, and so to me, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's certainly a part of my aspiration is to be able to work on these great musicals from the past.
And we knew that, which is, of course, why we started the conversation about doing it. But I think sometimes people are surprised at the range that theater artists actually have.
Right.
People can sort of get pigeonholed into little, narrow.
Right.
And what's so interesting about you, I think, is your range of interest in dance and theater and in literature and everything else is so wide. Mm-hmm. What do you attribute that to? Is that something that you've always been? It's always been part of your makeup.
Yeah, I've always been. I mean, I'm curious by nature. I think I'm curious by nature. But also, when I was in college, I majored in drama. So I was exposed to a lot of things when I was in college, different kinds of theater. So when I was in college, I did straight plays, I did musicals, I did everything. I took every opportunity I could to work on production. Sometimes that worked against me because I was doing too much, but so that's where that interest comes from.
And how did dance sort of become the major focus for you?
I think, but there are a couple of ways that dance became a major focus. One of them was that as an actor, I was one of those actors that got pigeonholed as a mover. Uh-huh. And so every production where they needed a mover, there I was moving, and but I actually found that I loved dancing. I mean, and I loved what it was really challenging. Dance was. It was a form where I didn't get a chance to talk back. As an actor, you get to ask questions and you do all kinds of stuff. You can stop the rehearsal dead by all the questions.
This isn't working for me.
This doesn't work for me. I need to know. And with dancing, they just say, do it. And so you just shut up and you just do it. And that was really good for me. So I love that. I love the kind of, in a sense, a kind of objective way of approaching things as opposed to subjective. Mm-hmm. And instead of, well, I'm not feeling this. It didn't matter whether you felt it or not. Just do it. Yeah, do it. And I like that because I had lots of reasons why not to do something.
That's very interesting. Spectrum Dance Theater is obviously your company. You've really put it on the map since you've come here to Seattle. We are thrilled always to have Spectrum as part of one of our productions. This will be the third time we've done that, and certainly not the last, because I think it's been a very successful collaboration. What does it do for Spectrum? Tell us about why do you, even when you shows that you were not choreographing, you were very eager for Spectrum, for your dancers to be involved in our productions. Right. Tell us a little bit about the thinking there.
There are a couple of reasons. Some of them are really mercenary.
Mercenary is good.
Yeah. Some of them are really mercenary.
We can't do any of this without some money.
Right. So, and it's the mercenary part mostly is that you have a really very broad reach. The Fifth Avenue does, and for me that seemed really great, the opportunity to partner with you and to reach an audience that we would ordinarily not reach. But the other part of it, the artistic part, is I want the dancers to have the opportunity to dance a different way of dancing. So they're not always doing the concert dance work, that they have to figure out other performance styles and techniques and ways to approach movement. And so the first production collaboration was West Side Story, and it was the Jerry Robbins work. And I mean, I just felt they had to. It was very important that they have opportunity to experience his choreography. And then the second one was On the Town, and while that wasn't Jerry Robbins' choreography, it was based on his choreography, and it was a show that's associated with him. And so it was important that they do that. So for me, that is really the important part. That there's a different requirement in terms of performance technique that when you do a musical than when you do a pure dance, straight concert dance piece.
I think one of the things that's worked so well for us is because in so many of your pieces, your dancers don't just dance; they often talk. They often sometimes sing. They do a lot of acting, and I'm not sure that other dance companies would be so easily enfolded into one of our productions. But I think it's just been a really great marriage of that.
Yeah.
This has been fantastic. Thank you, Donald, for joining us. And we'll see you next time on our Musical Theater Factory vlog.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
All right.